Yeah, what's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for June 24th, 2025. For the new people joining us, this is the session that we go over the pairs that we trade during our live trading session. The pairs that we will be going over are the ones that you see with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD and finishing off with US oil. We will be going in order from the top to the bottom. Let me go ahead and turn on these pairs. GUGJGA, GCAD, EU, ECAD, EA, and then AU, ECAD. Okay. Any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know. If not, again, we're just going to go over these pairs one by one, talk about the daily time frame, where we're at, talk about the 4-hour time frame, where we're at, and then we'll go on the 30-minute time frame. Look to see if there's any continuation, any trades that we could get ready for tomorrow's trading session. Just gonna give everybody another couple minutes to join and then we will get started. My bad, guys. I'm just trying to look for a logo real quick. Alright, let me pull up the chat and then we'll get started. Oh, I have a message on Discord. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. I opened up the Discord chat as well. Alright, sorry about that, team. Let's get started. So AU, daily time frame. Right, and I will say this too. Again, I'm not gonna do full breakdowns on every single pair. Yesterday we did full breakdowns on the first couple pairs. I'm not gonna do that today. Again, we do the same thing. Oh, what I do? We do the same thing every single day, right? We look for the same thing every single day. We treat every single pair the exact same way. The only difference is where the current market is at on a specific pair, right? Some pairs are uptrending, some pairs are downtrending, some other pairs are just consolidating, right? So they're all treated the same way. So let's get into it. AU, Once again, we know we were in A2. A2 is a second zone of consolidation in a downtrend. We had the break. Price gave us the lower low, and now we're looking for the lower high. Right? Again, the whole question when trading is, alright, we know we're looking for the lower high. The question is, how far back is the pullback going to be? And again, this is where the fib traders and all these other trading strategies, they all come into play, right? And they're all looking at something different, right? Fib traders, pattern traders, everybody's looking at something different. So it's really about just putting different points of interest on the chart. Meaning, if you're a fib trader, right, when are you looking for price to just pull back between 23.6 and 38.2? Right? When are you looking for price to give you a simple golden ratio zone, a golden zone, right? The 50% fib retracement, which is what you guys would call it. Right? When would you be looking for a steeper pullback and get a 78.6%, an 88.6% pullback, right? So in this case, we have different confirmations from not only engulfing candles, but also the EMAs, but also the gaps in the market, right? So in this case for AU, I was putting all the rules together. So we'll start off with the 50 EMA first, right? The little simple 23.6, and we'll add the fibs to the screen so you guys could see. But it's simple. Like, how did we know we weren't going to get a simple 23.6 to 38.2 retracement? Right, level 3, we're looking for price to bounce off the 50. That would have been a perfect entry, right? And again, if we use our fibs to where our previous highs and lows were, you will see that that is a simple 23.6 and 38.2 retracement to the 50 EMA. Right, 23.6, 38.2. Right, the second point of interest is the 50 EMA. Which again, if you were trading it as a fib trader, you're in it, very minimum drawdown. Right, this is the daily time frame, but if we're using the daily time frame, there's only a 20 pip stop loss. It's not bad, right? And if you got an aggressive trade, as soon as price goes into it, you know, you caught yourself a simple 160 pips just off this move, right? But understanding that price is still giving you higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, you know that you're in an area where, okay, you could take this trade, but you understand that you're not gonna get that entry up here straight to profit all the way to the bottom, right? Because price is still giving you uptrend pushes, right? So let's go a step further, right? There's two other points of interest that we're looking at, which is what we have drawn out here, which is the 800 EMA, which is also connected to the 61.8 since we're super close to it, and we also have that gap in the market. So I'm still expecting price to push up for AU. So right now, I know that I just have to take a step back. We'll wait for price to turn around. Once it starts giving us lower lows and lower highs, that's when I'll start taking trades on AU again. Right? So now we had the change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price gave us another change of character back to the top side, higher high. All we could do right now with AU is just take a step back, wait for price to start giving us lower lows and lower highs, and then we'll start taking those trades. Trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high. We had a day of rise. We have 2 days of rise. Counter going against the overall trend. We'll go on to the next one. Again, I'm not going to update the 4-hour time frames. We'll do this in the weekly market breakdown. I'm not going to do that throughout the week. We'll keep it like this, and then we'll update it this weekend. Again, guys, any questions, just let me know. AUD CAD, we are still in A1. A1 is the first zone of consolidation in a downtrend. We were looking for price to give us a valid break of these lows, but we never got it. Price was still testing these lows, didn't give us a valid break, and it came back up. On the lower time frames, we could see if we go down to the 4-hour, we have a shoulder head shoulder. So in order for me to continue to look for these continuations going short, these trades going short, these entries going short, right, I need to see either price giving us inducement to the highs, rejection of the highs, and then start giving us lower lows to the bottom, or I would want to see price break these lows to then continue. which again, these are the lows of the shoulder head shoulder pattern. So for AUD CAD, we're also in a situation where you just gotta be patient. There's nothing more, no continuations, right? We can see that we're pretty much in a zone of consolidation here too in the lower time frames, where price is just rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time, right? And price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, change of character, lower low, change of character, and we went back to the top side to give us another higher high, change of character. So again, price is just consolidating. Testing highs, testing lows. Hold on, guys, give me 1 second. Mom just texted me. Yeah, Mr. Muhammad, what's good, my brother? Alright, so AUD CAD, we have 2 days of counter rise. Go on to the next one. Euro AUD, daily time frame. Where are we overall? We're in level 3 in an uptrend. We still know that we're looking for price to reach our previous peak highs. We still have a long way to go back to the top side. Price is still giving us higher highs and higher lows, as we could see. Bounce off the 50, gave us another higher high, higher low, gave us another higher high. Right, no continuations right now on the daily time frame, but structure looks good. 4-hour time frame, you can see that we had multiple weeks where price has been pushing to the top side, again just continuing the trend. On the 4-hour, we had higher high, higher low, higher high. Again, for the new people watching us, 4-hour lows and 4-hour highs is the blue box, daily highs and daily lows is the gray box, 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows are the red box. Right, so on the 4-hour, we know that we're trading between the previous higher high and higher low. Price gave us a higher low, and then internally, as we could see, price started giving us higher highs and higher lows. Right, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the 3rd week, price went up, gave us that push, gave us a pullback. Now, the question that we have for this trade now is: are we going to find continuations? Are we going to continue this uptrend? Right? We had the change of character, we had the break of structure, we had the retest, we had the continuation, we had 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down, and we ended up going down. So right now we are in a good spot with EA. Right? We know that we're trading higher high, higher low. You know, I really don't want to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, and then, right, because this is just gaps in the market here. But then again, I don't want to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, right? I kind of just want to say that all of this is part of the same trends. This is just higher high, higher low, and we're trading between this higher high over here. Right? I'm not going to sit here and say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low here. Right? I'm not going to say all that. Structurally speaking, I want to see everything. Euro AUD looks good. Gonna keep an eye on this. Do we have anything here that we could look at? Any engulfing candles? Let's take a look. Nothing. We have an engulfing candle here on the 1 hour, but this is not a valid one. Oh yeah, it is. Bottom wick, top wick. Now again, do I think we'll get this steep of a pullback? I don't think so. I'm not even gonna mark that. We'll have to keep an eye on this. What's good, brother? Chilling, man. Chilling. Can't complain. I'm a little sunburned right now. I've been going out fishing for the last like 2-3 days. I've been going out fishing. So I'm super sunburned right now, but it's alright. I'll be out there again after the session. I'm gonna go see if I could catch something. How about you, my brother? How you feeling? EuroCAD, we are in level 2 in an uptrend, right? We had push number 1 first zone of consolidation. Push number 2, price gave us the break of the zone of consolidation, gave us a higher high. And instead of giving us just a simple higher high, higher low pullback, price decided to just give us a zone of consolidation. So at this moment, again, I don't really have any positions that I'll be looking to take up here on EuroCAD. There's two things I would want to see. The first thing I want to see is valid breaks of these highs on the daily time frame. Again, for me to have valid breaks, I need to see a break of these highs. I like that we broke the where the daily high is, right? We did technically break these daily highs, but the fact that price rejected these highs is the reason why I'm more interested to see price break here instead of just breaking the initial high here, because price already rejected these highs twice, right? So I do like that. Again, we did break it. Technically, we did break the highs here, but because we already had two initial false breaks, I need to see, that's why I want to see price break these highs instead. So EuroCAD is still a pair that I'm taking a step back from. I'm not actively trading it. I do like the fact that price is following the rules that we want to see. Price is still giving us higher high, higher low, higher high. We could see again, price gave us a pullback, higher low to continue. We had 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, price continued that trend back to the top side, right? The only thing is we have that gap at the bottom of the market. Again, before anything else, the first thing I would want to see is, again, that break. But once we get that break, what I really want to start seeing is price give us that pullback. At this point, I don't think we'll get a steep pullback. I don't think we'll get price to give us the push we need to fill this gap up and then continue the push to the top side. I think we're just going to continue the trend. And then we'll come down eventually and fill this gap up once ECAD starts to do our downtrend. Once we start the downtrend pattern on ECAD, right? But before that, we know we want to see the 3 pushes, we want to see the 2 zones of consolidation, and right now we're just on the second push. So we're still missing the second zone of consolidation to be formed, and we're still missing the third push to be formed on the uptrend. So we'll see what happens. You know, again, we are on uncertain times with a lot of these pairs. So EuroCAD, we have a few things to update for later this week on the weekly market breakdown. Right now, again, let's just focus on the 30-minute. We had higher high, higher low. Pretty much, again, I'm not going to say that this is higher high, higher low, even though we should, but I don't like putting higher lows with the gaps, right? So I'm not going to say that this is higher high, higher low. I'm not going to say, I'm saying all of this is part of the same structure, and I'm leaving it at that. And again, at the end of the day, the reason I'm not too worried about where I'm putting these lines is because I'm not actively looking to take trades in these areas. And again, that's honestly the reason why. Like, look how price is reacting in these areas. Right, so instead of saying that that's the break, we're just going to put it all across, and we're trading between this entire zone. So again, this is a pair that I would love to see a pullback in before we could even continue to take a trade, but we'll see what happens. A lot of these pairs are all trading in the same area, guys. Like trading in higher highs or trading in lower lows or just consolidating. Markets aren't looking that good, man. Good shit. I hope you catch something. Don't forget to send the pic if you did. Nah, man. This morning, all I had was a fucking I didn't catch nothing. I think it's because the fish are still kind of small. This new community that I moved into, it's like I'm almost 90% sure it's a man-made lake. And the reason I'm saying that is because like this place that I moved into is literally brand new, right? Like we moved in 3-4 days after the house was like finished built, and all the houses around us are still being built, and we have we have like 4 lakes pretty much across the property, and the gators in the lake are still either babies or small. The fish that we have seen are still really small, so it's kind of difficult to get the fish to bite. You know, especially because we're not using live bait. We're not using like worms or anything. It's just you know, those silicone plastic fish and shit like that. Just the regular bait. But it's nice just to go out there. You know what, I was saying it this morning, it was funny. I'm like, it's crazy that fishing is the same thing as trading. You go out to fish, you cast your line, and you sit there. You just gotta be patient. You just can't do nothing about it. You just gotta wait until a fish bites. It's the same thing as trading, man. We fucking sit here on our computers for 4 hours to not catch a single goddamn trade, man. It's the same thing. It is so boring. This shit is so boring. I don't know how people do it. So EU, we know we are in level 2. We were in V1. V1 is the first zone of consolidation in an uptrend. We finally had the break, we had the retest, and now we're looking for another higher high. Very similar to what was it, EA, that other pair that we were looking for the valid break of the highs. That is what we're currently still looking for on EU. Right? We had the testing candles came back down, then we had another testing candle, we have another candle here that, okay, did close above, is not touching the zone, but again, I'm not looking just for a break of these highs. I'm looking for the break of these highs here. Why? Because price already once gave us the inducement. So I'm no longer just looking for price to break these highs, right? I'm now looking for price to break these highs over here. So I need to see another candle. I need to see another daily candle close above here for us to have the confirmation that, okay, this is the higher high. This is the break of structure. Now we're either just going to wait for price to give us the set high to then give us a pullback to then continue, or we're going to see price give us the inducement of these highs, and this is where we'll see price go short and continue going back down, right? And again, these shorts are fine. Why? Because we have two areas, 2 points of interest as to where price is going to give us a pullback. Again, I don't believe that price is going to give us a pullback all the way back down to the bottom of the zone of consolidation to fill this gap. I don't. I personally do not think price is going to do that. With that being said, there's another point of interest above it, which is not that steep of a pullback, but we have not only the gap on the 30-minute time frame here at the bottom, but we also have the bounce off the 200 EMA, which is what we want to see in level 2. Again, where are we on EU? We are in level 2. We had level 1, first zone of consolidation. Right now, we are in level 2. So, putting those pieces together, understanding, alright, we're in level 2. This is where we want to see price bounce off the EMA. Perfect. Before we could even consider to take trades off the EMA, what do we want to see? We need to see a higher high. We need to see the continuation. We need to see that valid break. Once we get that valid break on the daily time frame, once we get that valid break on the 4-hour time frame, which we're still looking for, that's when we'll be like, okay, cool, we have the higher high. Now we're looking for a higher low. Once price gives us the higher low, perfect. We'll take that trade again. Right, and right now on the 30-minute time frame, price is still giving us higher high, higher low, back up to the higher high. So we are trading now between this low, this higher low, and this higher high. We had 3 days of rise. On the third day, gave us a gap, reset the trend, gave us another push to the top side. Right, however, price is doing exactly what it has to do. After 3 days of rise, market must move sideways or go down. It moved sideways, right? Trapped a few traders during London and the start of NYC, and then pushed back to the top side. Again, gave us a gap, reset the trend, and just continued back to the top side. So again, for EU, we're just still waiting for price to give us those valid breaks. Alright, I'm gonna start speeding up just a little bit so we could get all of this done. GA, we are in level 3. We already are in peak high territory, so GA is a pair that I am currently not trading. I'm not keeping an eye on. So I'll update it, but I'm not trading GA, so I'm just going to skip over it. Still trading between the same high and low that we've been in. 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, market must move sideways or go down. We moved sideways for the most part of the day, but we continued up. And again, we had a gap on the third day, which resets the trend. So this is okay. Price is doing exactly what it needs to do. GCAD on the daily time frame. This is another one in level 3, right? We know that our previous peak high is all the way up here, so we still have a few more pips to go, right? We still have a long way back to the top side. We're still missing a good amount of pips on GCAD, right? So let's just focus on looking for the entries, right? Again, we had push 1, first zone of consolidation, push number 2, second zone of consolidation, and push number 3. Once price gave us this push number 3, again, once price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, gave us a higher low, but we could see that we're just kind of in the zone of consolidation where price has been rejecting highs and rejecting lows, right? Right now on the daily time frame, no continuation. We could just still see that we are in an uptrend. On the 4 hour, same thing. No continuations. We're still on the higher high, higher low. On the 30-minute time frame is where we'll start seeing price start trending now. Right? Price did ended up giving us a change of character, but never gave us a pullback. It just continued. So 3 days of rise on the 3rd day gave us a gap, reset the trend, and then gave us another push to the top side today. Right? Which is good. What I want to see on GCAD ultimately, obviously would love to see price give us a break of these highs. That will give us a confirmation that we need. Kind of unfortunate that the time that GCAD wanted to start moving, you can see how sporadic it's been. Not really giving us any entries during the NYC session. Just kind of moving early, right? 2, 3 in the morning giving you the entries, right? Like for example, this one, the entry was at 4 in the morning, beautiful engulfing candle for that push to the top side. This day was the news day, which was the start of the week. It's kind of awkward, and then as soon as the market opened last night, going into today's trading session, right, price just continued to push to the top side. No pullbacks, no retracement, just straight green candles to the top side. So it's okay, that happens sometimes, it's part of the game. Just gotta realize it. Wait for your entry criteria to be placed and then take the trade. That's all we can do. GJ is another one that I'm not trading. I'm just gonna update it, but I'm currently not trading GJ, but I'm gonna keep the chart just updated so we don't have to do too much work when we do start trading it again. This one did exactly what we had it to do. 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, market must move sideways or go down. We did a variation of both. We moved sideways and we finished on a day of drops, so we did go down. What I do like about GJ, that I'm currently almost getting back on the horse when it comes to trading GJ, pause, is that we did get a break of these highs, right? So the fact that we did get a break of these highs is good, but again, where did we reach again? We're back at the high of the zone of consolidation, where price has rejected these highs multiple times. So right now we know we're not in the best place to take a trade, but we'll keep an eye on it. GU, daily time frame. Again, guys, any questions, just let me know. Anything you want me to explain, let me know. GU, very similar to EU. We were in V1. V1 is the first zone of consolidation in an uptrend. We had the break, higher high, higher low, retest. Price went up, gave us another higher high, pushed to the top side, gave us the break. Right? Gave us a valid break, gave us a little retest, and then just continued to push to the top side. So for us, at this point, what I'm looking at is to see if price wants to break these highs. If it wants to break these highs and give us the continuations to continue back to the top side, then perfect. We'll take those trades. If not, then this is exactly where I'll be looking for price to give us a pullback back down to the bottom, right? And GU is a good one because we don't have any gaps in the market. So it's really just about keeping an eye on market structure, right? How far back are we going to get a pullback, right? Are we just going to get a simple zone of consolidation here where price is just going to give us a retracement to here and we'll go back up? Is price going to give you the inducement, make you believe that this is where price is going to break the lows to continue, but then this is really where price is just going to give the inducement to the lows to then give us a pullback to the top side again, that trend to the top side? So there's a few things that GU could be doing and could be setting up for, but it really all depends on what happens with these candles. And we could already see that price is giving us inducement of the highs. So if that's the case, then we'll most likely be looking for a very steep pullback coming for GU, and then ultimately the same thing would happen on EU as well. We have 2 days of rise, which is good. The only thing I don't like about this is the fact that we have the change of character, but we don't have the break of structure. Price gave us a change of character, never gave us a pullback, it just continued. the trend right back up to the top side. So the safe trade, we can't take it. We don't have a safe trade right now on GU, right? However, this is the first pair that we finally have something that we can mark up, right? A 372, which is a third day push to the top side. So this is a pair that we'll continue to keep an eye on going into tomorrow. And then as always, again, we're pretty much done with the session for tonight. You know, gold, Bitcoin, oil, I don't really like going over those on stream. NZD, USD, I'm not trading it. Same thing as AU, I'm looking for price to fill that gap up at the top. And this is a pair in a downtrend. We're still in A2, which is a second zone consolidation, looking for that third and final push back down to the bottom. We don't have a break of the lows. This is where price has been just consolidating for the last couple months, right? Last couple years. That's it. We're just looking for price to fill that gap, right? Right now, price is still giving us higher highs and higher lows. So once price turns around and starts giving us downtrend pushes in the higher time frames, then we'll start looking to take those trades. What's another? And that's pretty much it. Any questions, guys? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain? If not, I'm gonna keep the stream on. I'll update these last couple pairs, but I'm not gonna do any breakdowns on them. I'm gonna just update them, get them ready for tomorrow, and then we'll be back live tomorrow morning for the live trading session, 6:30 a.m. In exactly 11 hours, we'll be live again, guys. Oh, actually, you know, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky that I'm lost this week. We're not even supposed to do the session on YouTube today. The session was supposed to be on WAP. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We won't be doing the live trading session on YouTube tomorrow. Tomorrow's trading session and tomorrow's isolation session will be done on WAP for our members, exclusive members on Discord. See, if you guys aren't part of that, then I'm sorry. We'll be live again on Thursday. If you guys are part of the membership, then we'll be live on WAP. If not, again, we will be in Discord. The Discord is free to join. Make sure you guys join the Discord. I'll still be posting in the morning if I'm looking at anything. Only difference would be you guys won't have access to the live stream if you're not part of the membership. But we will still be live in the we'll be active in the Discord. We'll be posting our charts. Obviously, as always, I'll be active on X. If you guys are active on X. If not, make sure you guys join the Discord. And again, any questions, just let me know. All good? Alright, my brother, no worries. Alright, I'm gonna just update my charts. The last couple pairs, the last pairs that I have here that I don't do on stream. Again, I'm not gonna talk about them. I'm gonna just update them real quick. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. It's crazy, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait another day, just one more day, to see if US 30 wants to give us a valid break of these highs. If it gives us a valid break of these highs, man, that shit is gonna be, we're just gonna continue that push to the top side. Again, like, I'm fine with it because we have that gap, right? And if price wants to continue that push to the top side, we know we can. But it's really just like, yo, how much is US 30 gonna push up, man? Like, how much could it possibly go up? It's crazy. Looks like you guys are good in the chat. No questions. Looking at gold just pisses me off, man. Missed some crazy trades out here. Two beautiful entries straight to profit. That's okay. Got those gaps in the market, so we know price is it's gonna give us something. We'll catch it when it's time. Bitcoin doesn't close till 8 p.m. And oil finally didn't do some crazy shit when the market opened, bro. We've been, every fucking day for the last week and a half. As soon as the market opened, boom, crazy. Market open, boom, crazy. Market open, boom, crazy. Right? All right. We had a day of grace on Wednesday. Right? Wednesday and Thursday we were chilling. Right? And then the end of the day Thursday when the bomb started coming down, we had crazy fucking market move as soon as the market opened. Crazy when it opened. Right? And then at the end, crazy shit again when it opened too. Today we're looking good so far. Let's see if we could get in with oil, man. It's been a minute. I haven't taken an oil trade. I miss it. We have a little change of character. And this is good, man. Gave us a change. If it gives us a valid BOS, then we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go to start looking for trades again on oil. Looking for that break below. We got the break below the 800, which is good. We got the 50 and the 200 below as well. The 50 cross below the 200. Again, we're in level 2. So level 2, we know that we're looking for price bounce off the 200 EMA. At this point, I'm not even gonna add these 30-minute boxes yet. Well, I could add the 30-minute high. And right now, just gotta look for a pullback. Once we get that lower high, boom, take that shit. Lower low. Right back to the bottom. Any engulfing candles? We did have one here on the 1 hour time frame. That could have been an entry for today. Simple, just wouldn't have been a bad. See, ADR for the day STP was hit, so not a real ideal trade to take, but it gave us a little something. So, yeah, as of right now, the only pair that, and I'm not even gonna say looks good, but the only pair that really looks like it wants to give us an opportunity is GU. Everything else we kind of just gotta give it some time to set up. You know, for some of these pairs, all these gaps in the market kind of throw me off. Not that it throws you off, it's just more of what direction does the market want to go first, right? And for a lot of these pairs, like, again, gold is a pair that's in an overall uptrend still. So, for us to sit here and say, oh, we're gonna continue this downtrend push, we just sound delusional, right? Because we know that we're still making higher highs and higher lows the entire time. Right, so it's really just all about, okay, how far back is this higher low going to be? So again, if price just wants to come down and fill this gap up first and then go up and fill the gaps back to the top side to just then continue to make higher highs and higher lows, and that's cool with me. Right, we'll just have to wait for those confirmations, and that's all it is. And for, again, most of these pairs are pretty much, they're showing the same behavior, right? And that's okay. It just makes trading so much easier when you're just looking for the same thing every single day with every single pair. So, any other questions? Anything you guys want me to talk about? Anything you guys want me to explain again? Anything that didn't make any sense that you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, then again, that's pretty much it for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Likewise, my brother. Have a good night. Alright, guys. Peace out.